Hi, the following tutorial in today's exam preparation basically consists of chemistry, which is partially one side of science. This under internal or external exam is called Science Paper 2. If it's your first time on this channel, please hit on the subscribe button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, share the video after watching, comment, let the channel grow. So let's begin. The question is under the first of the most important topics, which is called bonding. When we talk about bonding, bonding is a combination of two or more elements for stability or in order to be stable. Having to understand that, we should also imply the understanding that there are several types of bonding. Basically, what are targeted in chemistry are just two types of bonding under senior secondary level, and these are molecular bonding, which is also called covalent, and there is what we call ionic, which is also called electrovalent. So let's see. The question says, the diagram below demonstrates a type of bonding. Having to understand that there are only two things which are going to tip us in order to see how best you are going to simply describe or simply be able to know the main focus of the question. It's either electrons are being transferred from one atom to another, or these elements are trying to share electrons. So let's see. This is hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. And if you can see, hydrogen is donating one electron. Hydrogen is also donating one electron. This other hydrogen is also donating another electron. Hydrogen on the periodic table has a mass number of 1 and a proton number of 1, meaning for hydrogen to be stable, it only needs an extra electron, which is why we are seeing a cross and a dot making 2, a dot and a cross making 2, as well as the other one. Then this element is hidden. If we can see, three structures are surrounding that is this element, which is being called A, and these structures are being able to be structures of hydrogen. And amongst the things we should discuss, we should be able to tell to say this is more like AH3. And a certain formula which can be able to look like this is NH3. Such a formula is what we call the formula for ammonia. Let's go to A. Name element A. As long as you have hydrogen on three sides of this element, then this element is going to be called nitrogen. So our answer here is going to be nitrogen. It's only nitrogen that is able to bond with three hydrogen atoms under a covalent bond. B. Name the compounds demonstrated in the bonding above. Since our answer here is nitrogen, when nitrogen combines with three hydrogen molecules, it's able to form a compound called ammonia. So we're going to say ammonia. If there was a question trying to say, state the molecular formula of the compound illustrated above, we would have said NH3. Then C. State the type of bond shown above. This type of bonding shown above is not ionic, because ionic or electrovalent bonding involves the transfer of electrons from an element which is a metal to an element which is a non-metal. State the type of bond shown above, we're going to say covalent. Covalent bond or covalent bonding. When we say covalent, we mean this is the type of bonding which basically comprises of molecules. E. Name any other substance that undergoes the bonding mentioned in C above. The type of substances that we can discuss basically are gases. Apart from gases, we can talk about water. Now that we've mentioned ammonia, this means this is excluded. So here we can say hydrogen, we can say oxygen, we can be able to say nitrogen, or we can just be able to say water. So a perfect example is water. Found out there, one thing you should understand under bonding is that bonding basically is under two type based or categorized under a secondary level type of syllabus. And we're going to talk about electrovalent bonding. We're also going to talk about that is covalent bonding. How are we able to tell to say this is a covalent bond, This is because it involves sharing of electrons. And also very, very important to identify sometimes can be properties. Properties of covalent bonding includes that these bonds are made of molecules. These bonds are usually liquids or gases at room temperature and pressure. Ensure that after watching the video, relate the same information to some of the previous past papers under the same very concept in order to stabilize, solidify, and be able to be self-reliant enough in order to yield that is the proper results we are all looking forward to in an exam. This has been Mr. Sensor from Sensor Academy School of Tuitions. Don't forget to subscribe, share to other exam devotees. Till in the next video, for now it's a goodbye, stay focused.